So the storyline opens. Wish there were Sega TVs. The storyline opens that you are a doctor named Dr. Decane, for whatever reason, and basically you work at some evil biological plant, which was the big thing back in the day. You know, it's like Captain Planet, like, oh, it's a terrible thing. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, it is, but it's, you know, that was the big thing, is evil corporations. Well, Mr. Decane here stumbles on Operation Omega, whatever the fuck that is, and the big boss ain't gonna have none of that shit. You don't want Mr. Skinny Man fucking learning about it. So he decides to inject him with whatever Operation Omega is. Notice all the little, like, pustules on his head. His two gigantic workers hold him down, and they just toss his ass in a fucking vat for good measure after they've already injected him full of some sort of toxic fluid. They then assume that he's dead, because it says terminated, like the Terminator, and that means he's dead. And, basically, it's flashing now to indicate that you're terminated. And, however, you decide that you didn't really want that. So your head glows, and you're now suddenly a guy called just the Ooze. Now, as a kid, you can imagine how this opening scene is exactly not the most comforting thing. Especially with my whole thing of, like, the little tiny pupils inside big eyes. Notice the one dot pupil inside of a big eye in that whole fear of mine. So, it wasn't really comforting. So you start the game, and you go to Toxic Dump. Now, the thing in each level is the whole game objective is you have to collect all of your DNA to become a human being again. Now, the game is played rather oddly. You can see here's all the DNA you have to collect. So yes, that's how many fucking levels you have to go through. This game's like Toe Jam and Earl on crack. Yeah, Lever, I might want like a final level cheat or whatever it gets to like go on, because I'm not going to beat this whole game. But here's the thing. You are a gigantic moving blob of ooze. So if you press the A button, you can shoot out your tentacles and basically knock the shit out of things. Now the thing is whenever you do this, you're essentially cutting off a part of your body. And you get more of your body back by grabbing this thing, so it's sort of like Snake in that aspect. You can like get a bigger body or whatever else when you kill things. However, even though you're a toxic organism, for whatever reason, other toxic stuff burns you off. So if you have the fire right there, and you get too close to it, okay, that's not the best example then, I guess. But if you have that stuff, you can fill it, see where the little skulls are at? You can actually fall into the lakes if you go too close to it. And, okay, supposed to be able to, whatever. The B button shoots off a piece of yourself, which you permanently lose, but it's a projectile attack that goes really far, so it's not risking your body, because it's just a tiny piece of you instead of your entire arm. So it's kind of like a gamble there. Now you can hit this thing, and basically set that shit on fire, and nuke half your fucking body, if you're just dumb. You want to do that? The spike things hurt you. It's like, literally you can stick your arm out and knock them away, but whatever. This thing supercharges you, so you can go super fast, for obvious reasons. And your head is basically your vital point. There's a DNA you have to pick up in each level. So as long as your head doesn't get hit, you're fine. But each time you get hit, you lose wherever they stab out of your body. And if they decide to stab your head, you instantly die. Or you're supposed to instantly die anyways. But yeah. So there's basically the game thing. So you want to hit shit and not get hit by other shit. And then you hit that, and you just blow up half your body. Half the shit in this game fucking kills you. Basically everything in this game kills you. Oh yeah, see, like that thing burned you like right where it was at. So it can like burn off a huge portion of your body, basically. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, like, this kind of like era of games, man, you don't see shit like this anymore. Now granted, that's probably because this isn't really like the best game ever made, but it's still the same aspect that it's like, you know, it's an inventive way to do things at least. It's something new, you know? You don't really see companies do stuff like this anymore. And it's just really neat. Well, yeah, those are cheats for Comic Zone, right? It's like, I want to go back and do that later, because I want to see if people even initially like that when I put it out in videos to begin with. Later, El Robman. And here you got this big-ass bitch, which you gotta blow up. Explosions also kill you. And then you get this little rat thing that comes out. And the exit is, appropriately, a gigantic tunnel. Oh, I get stabbed in the head right at the last second. Perfect. Okay, well, oh, so that is supposed to be the Ooze? Okay, well, I'll try that then. Yeah, you're supposed to go down the tube and, like, not die.